What's up, and welcome to the Sisterhood Corner. To the newbies, welcome. To those who've been here before, welcome back. Another week, another couple of letters. The first one reads, Baby Mama Chaos. Hi, Sisterhood Corner. Please keep me anonymous. I am a 25-year-old woman who, though born into poverty, is doing fairly well for herself currently. I am employed, have my own place, and busy with my driver's license. The goal is to have my own car in 2 years. To be honest, I don't have many problems in my life. Things are going pretty well for me. I'm currently dating a 41-year-old guy who I've been with for about a year. I enjoy his company and like the fact that he's older, and therefore I get to learn a lot from him. The relationship has been going pretty well for the most part. The only issue is I have is the chaos his baby mamas bring into our otherwise beautiful relationship that I would describe as a space full of tranquility. Oh. He has 4 kids with 4 ladies. And to his credit, he was open and honest about it from the moment our relationship started. That's actually the reason I love him so much. He's very honest. Now, one of the problems caused by these baby mamas is their constant calling whenever he and I are together. I say this because he has told me that whenever he is alone, they don't call. Everything starts as soon as I get to his place. One of the baby mamas even rocked up at his place at night while we were sleeping and started banging on the door. She was screaming and yelling, making so much noise that the security at his complex had to escort her out. When I asked him, he said it was his recent baby mama, and she liked throwing tantrums whenever he was late with the child maintenance money. As a result, we then decided he would rather come to my place as I was no longer feeling comfortable with the lack of peace we were experiencing whenever at his place. We were okay for a while, but then the call started again. But this time, these women were calling me. One of them insulted me, telling me I think I am special. She went on to advise me not to get pregnant because my man impregnates and leaves. The most recent baby mama told me to get over myself as she and my man are still together. Apart from reeling from the shock of insults, I'm still questioning how they got my number in the first place. When I asked my boyfriend, he told me to ignore them as they were jealous and trying to break us up. He claims they could have asked the security guards at his complex for my number. I am at a crossroads. I love him, but this is really starting to take a toll on me. What do I do? Okay. I'll advise you like I would advise any of my younger female members, all right? And by the way, the advice I give because I need to shoot straight from the hip. It might add salt to injury, but at the same time, it is the truth. And the truth is, the good advice is never the easiest to follow. It might take you a while before you finally remove yourself from the clutches of what you're in. First of all, congratulations for, like you said, you grew up in a poor environment, but you've managed to get out of that. That didn't define you. You went on to become what you've always wanted to become. You're a girl full of ambition. You are clear about your goals, what you want to achieve in the next 2 years. So kudos to you for that. You're 25, you're young, and for you to have that mind, that's great. I always applaud young people with a sharp mindset, who are clear about where they want to go in their lives. You know what I mean? Who have a vision about their own lives. That's great. As you will see, I don't know if you've checked out my other videos. That's a common thread with a lot of the videos that I do. I always try and find something positive that this person would have written to me has achieved. It's very, very important to highlight that, because I think that as a person writing to me, you're already focusing on the problems and what's wrong with your life. So it's easy to lose sight, to lose track of the beautiful things, as well. So that's my job, to highlight that before I delve in. So you say here, first you say you don't have a lot of problems in your life and da-da-da-da, and you talk about this man and how mature he is and how great your relationship is, right? And then boom, in comes the baby mamas, right? And of course, you seem to be blaming them a lot, right? It's like it's their fault all of this is happening. Now, I want to burst your bubble a bit, because I think that, there's a little bit of delusion here. First of all, this guy, if he was as mature as you say he is, because you think he's older, you do say, yeah, he's older, so you're learning a lot. There's nothing to learn from this guy. There's no maturity in this guy to begin with. And that's not me judging on the basis of him having 4 baby mamas by the age of 41. And no, it's me just simply judging on the fact that he hasn't protected you enough. The fact that these women have had so much access to you to begin with. A mature man wouldn't even have all of that wouldn't have happened to begin with, because his job would have been to protect you. If he loves you, he would have made sure he protects you from all of the nonsense. So there's no maturity there. Another thing that showed me that he doesn't have any sense of maturity, it's when he needs to be assuring you and giving you straight answers, and all he can say is, oh no, they're just jealous, they want to break us up. That there's no maturity there. A man who speaks like that, that's not mature. It's nonsense. Particularly when you asked about how they got your number, that for me is a concern. And the fact that the one baby mama, the latest one, says she's still together with him, I don't see how security guards at a complex would just give out a number. I don't know. I stand to be corrected, unless if probably they don't like you. But generally, really, I don't see how that would happen, unless if indeed they are still with the baby mama and he's still playing these little games and he still goes to her, and therefore she managed to get your number out of his phone. Now, as to how the others got your number, it could be, women can operate in a very interesting way, right? It could be they do talk. Oh, he's a deadbeat to you. Oh, he's a deadbeat to you. And then they suddenly form some kind of bond and weird friendship around that. And then now they want to destroy his current relationship. That's a possibility. Hence, the others got your number as well. I don't, you know what I mean? So that alone, he should have been, if he was a mature man, he would have found out exactly how they got your number, and address that and deal with that. And in a way that includes you, so you can see, listen, I'm not in on this. I love you. I'm serious about you. This is where the problem is, right? But I don't see anywhere where he did that. Now, and this is me trying to burst your bubble around how you're talking about how honest he is. He's not honest. Something is amiss here. I think there's a lot he hasn't told you. And I think you're still a little bit naive. Because your assumption is he's older, so he's more mature, so you're just rolling with that. No, some of them are older, but not really mature. So get off that quickly, because it's really going to hurt you in a lot of ways. I think a lot of us have been there, where you date an older guy and you just, his word, suddenly it's like, oh my God, he's mature, he's much older, so you start hanging on to his every word, and it's not always the case. Okay. Now, with that having been said, now that I've chatted about his side and how these baby mamas are, all of that, him and his baby mamas, let's get back to you. Right? At 25, and it's only a year in, you're dealing with all of this, and it's only been a year with this man, and you're only 25. I want you to truly ask yourself this question. Do you need this at this point in your life? Do you need to add more years of this into your life? Are you that in love with him to deal with all of this? Because this, to me, you are such a young person who should be enjoying their life, and here you are thrust into a storm that you are not even part of cooking, but it's here, and now you've been thrust into the storm, and now you wanna be part of something that started way before you even arrived. Do you need this in your life? Do you need this headache? In your 20s, I like the fact that you have your career, you're busy with your driver's license, you want to buy your first car. Perhaps focus on that. Enjoy your life. In your 20s, you shouldn't be dealing with such. This is heavy stuff. In fact, this is stuff that married people deal with, the heavy stuff. People in long-term, serious, committed relationships, more specifically marriage and long engagements in some cases, that's what this has only been a year. Those are the people that need to be dealing with all of this. What you just described is what heavy duty, this is heavy duty stuff that you don't need to be dealing with. You need to be enjoying yourself, travel in your 20s. Once you get that car, travel, honey. Book yourself somewhere. The fact that you even described that there's some kind of tranquility in this chaos is beyond me. I think the day you start traveling, go and book yourself out in beauty spas, book yourself out, at lodges, enjoy nature, then you'll understand the difference between tranquility and chaos. Because I think at this point, you don't get it. There's nothing tranquil here, my sister, in this relationship. Nothing. No tranquility whatsoever. So you need to get out. You are too young for this. It's too early, a year in. And trust me, as soon as you leave this guy, you'll realize you actually you are not even in love. You're not even as in love as you think you are. You're not. You are just enamored in this thing of he's much older. Oh my God. I know the feeling. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt for it. So that's what's holding you there. The fact that he's an older guy and you know what I mean? And remember, he's older because now another thing, he's refined his game. He's had enough time to refine his game. So, but that guy's not mature. That guy, leave that guy. Find yourself. You will meet somebody who is just like you, doesn't have kids, and you guys can start your own thing. If he has a kid, they're probably all by the same woman, and he's a man who's steady. And yes, life happens. Perhaps that relationship didn't work out. But for me, I really pray you meet somebody just like you who doesn't have a kid, and you guys can start life together. Get married, have the babies. But for now, enjoy your fashion, enjoy your life. The 20s are not for headaches. They really are not. But I know, we've all been there. And then you end up finding yourself in situations you have no business being there. You are a child-free young thing, should be enjoying life, going out to restaurants, enjoying your life, taking, vacations. Get out of that relation. That is not a relationship you need to be part of. Leave that to people who probably already, are ready for that type of drama or are older and more mature to know. I tell you, I can promise you now, mature women, older women than you are not going to put up with that. Which is why he probably went for you, because you're younger, you're still naive, and he can run that game with you. He will never, ever try that with older women. Because the instant that happens, the one time, they're out. Because they know what time it is, right? So please, take it from me. You are fabulous, right? You are a young queen, and you're going places. You don't need baby mama drama yet. Not even at all. But I'm just saying yet because I'm looking at your age. You don't need that in your life. Leave this man, go and enjoy your life. I hope you get it.